Jedi's AT-AT rocker is continuing to come together with the live stream that Bonsai Baby is producing. Happily so, too. Do you think we could commission her to do one for me, hun?
We could.
I think she heard us. What's really neat about what she's doing is that she explains everything to people who are tuning in. My grandfather encouraged creativity by giving us wooden blocks that we would play with when we visited our grandparents' house. No, I never did anything worth sharing. You're looking at an artist. So is Mario.
Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Rinda, Rosie, bucket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Your mark. Roses are red, violets are blue. You will have me, I will have you. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came the spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Do you want to come upstairs?
Yeah.
No. Beep, 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 beep. Is that fun?
Yeah, do you like that as much as the merry-go-round?
We're going now. Oh, you want Dad to do it now, huh?
She wants my phone. Oh, you want up?
Here. Elevator, that's an elevator. Should we go down? Here, we'll go down. Ready? Ready? Up. Up.
Careful, you may not get your finger back. They Might Be Giants just released their new album, Phone Power. Check out a name that may be familiar on one page in their liner notes. That's Jedi's scratch from earlier.
Thank you for reminding me. I gotta cut the nails.
Yeah, you do. Can she be declawed? No. Can you see it? It hurt.
Do you remember black and white TV? The TVs used to be black and white, not color.
Yeah, you had some.
Yeah.
Okay. If I have any questions from my patrons, feel free to ask. It'll either pop up in chat, or I will notice it in other ways.
Yeah.
Jedi has really wanted to hang out with Joe Pa beyond yesterday, which was a great day for Jedi and Joe Pa, but she has been sitting on Joe Pa's lap for about 10 minutes. Of course, I think it's okay that I'm in the room doing TLDR, this live broadcast for everybody at the same time, so she's not too worried.
Yeah, who's that?
She's pointing at things all around my play shop, wondering, when am I going to get this? When am I going to have this? Although I think she's more interested in the lights that descend from the ceiling, more so than the stuff that she sees around her. And believe you me, I've got to clean up that part of the desk in a big way. I am going to be working with Bonsai Baby to try to create a vintage Star Wars figure cabinet. And then, once I know that she's going to be able to pull that off, I'm going to begin the process of attaining the vintage Star Wars action figures. And inevitably, we'll come up with something that you'll be a part of if you want to. I think I'll be able to set it up such that
Dad?
the project itself could be crowdfunded. I'd like to be able to review each one of the vintage Star Wars figures in video, high-quality video, and then ultimately display them in this cabinet of sorts, this custom cabinet that I would likely commission with Bonsai Baby. Someone invited me to their Star Wars podcast. This seems to happen once a week, and I love it. If you have a Star Wars podcast, I would love to be a guest. I really want to build or rebuild my vintage Star Wars figure collection. I know how to find a lot of the loose figures, which are very affordable. The AT-AT driver will likely be the only Star Wars figure that was my original Star Wars figure that would make it into the cabinet because it means so much to me, and all the other ones that I would acquire or reacquire with original weaponry and accessories, those would likely be new acquisitions, of course loose, used, but still in better condition than the ones that I currently have. Next question. Dad was asking me today if I had ever remembered seeing black and white televisions, and I told him, yeah, I remember. There was the black and white TV set that we had with rabbit ear antenna. Actually, no, I don't even think it had a rabbit ear antenna. I think it was just a single antenna that popped up from the back. There was this little set that sat on top of their dresser in the master bedroom. That was black and white. And then the other black and white TV was a thin TV, a tube. The tube was thin, but it was big and had a little knob. Of course, there were TVs back in the day, the black and white televisions that were there, they all had knobs. That I was the remote control. That's something that Jedi will never have to experience necessarily. Having to walk across the room to change the channel. It's Jopa Jedi time!
Yay! Say yay! Wave at everybody. You gonna say bye-bye or hello? Huh? Okay, this is my little Jedi. When I was a little guy, and we actually had the first television in our neighborhood, but the screen itself was maybe just a little bit bigger than this, maybe that much bigger. About the same width, but just a little bit higher, more squarish. But it was a rectangle. I couldn't even tell you what the measurements were because they weren't important in those days. Like now, you know, you're talking 60-inch TVs and that kind of. We didn't have that. But they'd show the test pattern most of the day, and then they would show real old movies. Huh?
Oh, you want Joe Biden again?
Coming back?
All right, we'll trade places. I love these new figures. But don't worry, I love the old figures too.
Good job. You lift your little arm.
We need to get more geeky rubber ducks.
I agree.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's just great. I don't know if the camera is waterproof.
You wanna bathe yourself? There's a ducky on your head. Oh!
I'm trying to make her alfalfa, but unfortunately her hair does not have a lot of body when it's wet. That's a flower that'll make sure you don't slip and slide. Rubber Jedi, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. Rubber Jedi, I'm awfully fond of you. Well, so much for trying to dry you off with that towel. Thanks again for taking the time to watch, like, share, subscribe, leave positive comments, participate with us on this and every other social platform every single day, and of course, supporting us in whatever ways that you see fit. We'll see you tomorrow.